up, Scorpio? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, all right, guys, let's look into what your love lives are looking for in the month of August. So, this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And just keep in mind that the energy could be yours that I'm picking up on, or the energy of someone around you. Now, I do want to switch things up a bit just to be more specific at the end with whatever you may be going through. So, I'm going to pull advice for singles, for those in a relationship. We're going to do the gray area. So, if there's someone from your past that wants to come in but you aren't sure, we'll look into that. Or the gray area where someone new wants to come in but you're not necessarily sure if you can, if it's a good move. And then we're going to look at same-sex couples, okay? All right. So let's pull some oracle cards just to see what the energy is around you right now. And this is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So what is Scorpio going through right now? Let's pull 3 cards here. Okay. Oh, wow. We have the third eye chakra. We have the throat chakra here. We have moving on and solar plexus chakra. I've never seen so many chakra cards come out in this. Now, the energy that you have is the universe, and you have the waiting game here. Even behind that, you have suffering and silence. So there is something that you guys, it's like you clearly, in your mind, you're spiritually tapped in for this. You know that you kind of have to speak up on something, and you have to find some power within yourself to really move past the situation. So there's that need for you to, tap into that inner strength. And with the universe card, think of it as a world card where, yes, there's a chapter that's ending and there's something that you're letting go of, but something very strong comes in and you need to just be patient. With the suffering and silence card, it's really just trying to say, don't deny your pain. If you're hurting, feel that, don't hide it. A lot of the times we'll want to mask our pain, whether it's like smoking or drinking or just like going out every night. But what Spirit is saying is that whatever you're moving past, like, you really need to feel it. You can't treat it like something that you're going to be in denial with. Okay. So let's get some tarot cards to clarify. Now this deck, I love it. I just got it. Everyday Witch Tarot. All right. So why is this third eye chakra here? Why is this here for Scorpio? Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Ten of Cups. All right. The energy here we have is the Page of Swords. So it's time for you to really think clearly about something, because Spirit is saying, if you think you can be happy with this, then that's a very reckless move. That's a very reckless mindset. And even if you're in a place where you're single and there's no one there, then you have to understand that you may have had reckless tendencies, or maybe you were around someone who was reckless in the past, that you have to relearn how to love in like a healthy and normal way. But there's just habits and there's things or people that weren't working for you that were really compromising your happiness. So this is really saying, Scorpio, the way that you were going about trying to find that love, something about it was reckless, something about it was off. Okay. Or maybe the person that you were dealing with was that way. Maybe it's not coming from you, but someone took a reckless route and hoped that it would lead to happiness. So let's see why this throat chakra is here. So what is it that you have to voice? This is you speaking up. This is you being honest. This is you defending yourself. 3 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse, 5 of Cups in the reverse, and 8 of Wands. Okay, so with the 8 of Wands under the throat chakra, speak up, Scorpio. Because there's something here that, whether it's hard for you or for someone else, it's just hard to move away from. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of conversation or dialogue that happens where it brings in a lot of healing. So with whatever you're going through, don't be afraid to talk to someone about this, because although something was a waste of time or effort, it still helped you to expand greatly. Again, if someone hasn't been in your life for a long time, like you've been single for a while, then again, it's showing that there's habits or there's things that you may have been doing, or maybe certain ways that you saw yourself that it's like, look, it's time to break that. We can't move that way anymore. So just know there's a lot of expansion coming in. There's a lot of healing coming in. Don't be afraid to find someone, you can confide in. So why is this Eight of Wands there? I just want to see what it is you guys should be expressing right now. Nine of Pentacles. Let's get one more card here. And we have the Emperor. Excuse me. So this is a very specific thing, but I feel as though you guys are going to communicate with someone that didn't know what you were truly going through. Even if they knew bits and pieces of this relationship or this person or who you are as a person, you're revealing something to them where they're like, oh wow, that's new, I didn't know that about you. This is going to be somebody who is self-established, very self-sufficient, someone who can take care of everything on their own. Even if this is like someone married, even if they weren't, they'd still be able to handle their shit. So this is someone who's very accomplished. This is someone who is very wise, someone who has been through a lot, someone who's going to give you very honest perspective. And, this isn't someone who's going to help you get like that fast, self-gratification. This is someone who they're going to paint the bigger picture for you. And because of what they've been through in life, that's why they're able to help you in such an intense way. What this is also saying is that you guys have to treat things like the Emperor. Think with your mind, not your heart. Think with your logic, not with your emotions. So think about what's best in the moment and, not what's going to necessarily make you happy right now, because sometimes we prolong endings and it's just not healthy. So we have moving on. Why is this here? We have the Nine of Swords. Some of you are losing sleep over what you have to let go of. King of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, you're specifically, maybe it's a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, that was around you. But I feel like there was a situation where there was a lot of intense passion, but it just didn't work out. You came on top because of that, and it brings you balance, but you haven't 100% mentally moved past something where it couldn't be trusted. So maybe you were dealing with a player, whether you were the player or somebody else was. And if this isn't someone that was like cheating or like really playing the field, then this is someone that most likely tried to keep power in like corrupt sort of ways. So, this is like that boss who's very, very, they're all about like yelling at you, but they're not willing to roll up their sleeves and get to work. So it's someone who could kind of do malicious or fucked up things, to get their way. But it's something that's still of great concern to you. All right. So the last card you guys got, solar plexus chakra. So this is where your power comes from, guys. This is how you exert yourself. This is how you articulate yourself. This is how you stand your ground. We have the Sun card in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords. So Spirit is saying, look, just cut it out. And with the Ace of Swords, that's a no bullshit ending. That's saying, I'm not going to take this anymore. There's too much conflict here. And it also talks about you going towards something new. Now, I see a lot coming in for you guys where it could be unexpected. It could be something that you didn't see. But you guys are in a very powerful place. And if you don't feel like you're in a powerful place right now within yourself, then again, there's going to be something that comes out of left field where you're just like, oh my God. And it's like you regain your vision, you regain your power, you regain your strength. But there's something, again, that you guys couldn't trust, and there's a major change there. But if you're feeling any sort of loss, if you're feeling lack of anything, whether it's financial abundance or how do I want to say it, just being satisfied emotionally, then that's something that does come in, and you again, balance does come into your life. Okay, so let's pull these back and let's get into your past, present, and future reading because I feel like I'm talking so much. Okay. So let's see what's been going on for you guys. Past, present, and future. What can Scorpio expect in love? Alright, so let's get 9 cards here for past, present, and future. Okay. You guys always come out as the Queen of Swords. Alright, Spirit, let's get 2 more cards here. Alright, let's get 1 more. Perfect. Okay. So the energy here, the 2 of Swords, being between a rock and a hard place, not being sure what's the best path for you, what's the best decision for you. And you have the 7 of Pentacles and you have the 3 of Cups. So there's you have the 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and 5 of Pentacles as well. So there's something here that you guys might be waiting on that I don't feel is the best thing to wait on, or maybe something that you're just being patient with yourself, with just getting over it and getting past it. But there's 2 things that are going to happen where something very emotionally fulfilling comes in, but there's also something that needs to be rejected, whether it's a person that you've been, you know, still concerned about, or just a way you've been going about love. Maybe you've been very closed in, or maybe you're realizing, you know, maybe I've been very emotional, or maybe I've been, you know, insecure and I've been projecting it onto other people. Okay, but let's see what's happening, because again, there's something you're leaving, there's something that's, you know, coming in. So talking about your past, you guys have the 2 of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the World card in the reverse. So again, I always say that it's usually Scorpios that come out with the Queen of Swords energy. Usually when you're bitter, or you know that there's just something that you really have to protect yourself from. For some of you, it could be that you were dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But I feel like there's something where you had a fallout with someone. Maybe you were arguing with someone a lot. It's something that you weren't over. You hadn't closed out, you know, you haven't closed this out 100%, but there's that sense of, I'm gonna have a poker face, I'm not gonna necessarily show them how I'm feeling. But this could also be someone who's very bitter. This is someone that, you know, you don't want to mess with them, you just don't, because you're on the fence about something. So it's like things aren't going well, but it's like you're waiting to see how it's going to play out. Why is this 2 of Cups reversed here? We have the Death card. Okay, we had a few cards fall out. King of Swords, Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Devil card, and we had the 8 of Cups. So this is a very drastic change. If it wasn't you guys leaving someone or them leaving you, then this is really leaving behind something toxic that didn't work for you. For some, maybe it could have been unhealthy habits that you had. Maybe you were on, you know, heavy drugs. Maybe you were drinking a lot, partying a lot. Maybe you were just engaging with people or with energies that just brought a toxic impact on your life. So whether it was a person or a habit, you're letting it go. Now, if this has to do with someone you were talking with, if you're still with them, then there had to be a very, very honest and drastic change where you're not dealing with things in the past way. So in some cases, this could be someone really just turning around their lives and, you know, wanting to get serious. But this is a genuine change, whether you're leaving something behind or something is just really changing and you're not going to stick to old ways of how you're doing things. All right, so let's see why this Queen of Swords was here for the past. So again, with that sword energy, it could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But I feel like you guys really just took a very strong logical approach. And I feel like the sword energy comes out with you guys because on one end, I feel like you guys are able to love so deeply. Like one of the top signs of, you know, when it comes to committing and just giving your all to a person, it's like your love is the depth of the deepest of the seas, you know? But also when you guys get scorned or something gets fucked up, it's like just as much as I loved you is just as much as I can be cold or a bitch towards you. So it's like you can take the same extremes on both parts of the scale. I feel like that's why it could hurt when a Scorpio stops showing affection. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Three of Swords. So yeah, it's like you guys were disappointed by something, or maybe you disappointed someone. But it's like, look, this is all about a poker face and not taking the same approach anymore, or not moving forward with something anymore. You have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and the Tower card in the reverse. So there could have been something that you started manifesting where it just changed the game and you were just very emotionally tapped into something. Okay. So last card that we have for the past is the World card reversed. So why is this here? I'm gonna need for my voice to stop scratching so much. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So there's something that someone still wants to get back to, or they haven't let it go. But there's, again, a lot of passion here. And it's like someone who's waiting on this, they wanted it to be very stable. But just something about this wasn't being reciprocated. Someone's realizing that, look, this isn't the best path for me. Or maybe you're not even realizing it at that moment. But I feel like someone is waiting on something that's just kind of like false. It's not something that can satisfy you in the way you need to be. Let's pull one more card here. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. You guys had every sword come out. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so if this isn't an air sign, then this is definitely the approach that you have, where you're just trying to find balance within something that it's just, it was something you had to cut out. It's something that you had to let go of. And we have this card here, everything is fine. It's kind of like the Ten of Swords, or it is like the Ten of Swords. Even though there's a lot of changes, and even though for a lot of you the changes could have been difficult, Spirit is saying, look, you're still okay. You're still living. You're still breathing. So even if that's something that you're hurt by, it's not enough to like stunt you in other areas in life. So that could hurt, but you're still okay. You're still standing on your own 2 feet. Okay. Now let's talk about the present moment. We have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Empress card. So there's definitely mourning over something that made you unhappy, but with the Empress card, there could be new beginnings here. So let's see what's up. Why is this Five of Cups here? We have the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of earth energy. You have the King of Pentacles, now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that comes in, or something where you just feel very, very stable, or someone who's very humble and very hardworking, someone who, you know, they know how to make good money. We have the Seven of Swords. For some of you, there could have been a situation with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn where someone's sad about secrets that were kept. Someone's, you know, angry or jealous about something, going through a lot of inner conflict. But what I see is that there is someone doing their best to be stable, but they're secretly still intertwined with something that brings them loss and sadness. So what Spirit is saying is that there's something you're rejecting right now. And although there's going to be this strong sense of loss, there's going to be a lot of celebrations that come in. But you have to start seeing things with clarity, and the fact that there's something in your life with the Justice card here that it was meant to teach you something, but it wasn't meant to stay there. Now with this Ten of Cups in the reverse energy as your core energy, this is the center card for this reading. You know, this is when people are playing house. This is when someone like on a deep level is just very unhappy with something. You have the Hierophant. This is powerful, guys. Let's get one more card. And the High Priestess in the reverse. So there's something that, like, when you're surrounded with it, you may tend to turn, you know, the other cheek. You may tend to be in denial. You may tend to turn a blind eye to what, you know, deep down inside is going on. But there's something that makes you not think clearly, or something that it makes you question yourself. And whatever that's tied to is what makes you very unhappy. But with the Hierophant coming out, Spirit, you know, this is actually something that's like really, what's the word for it? Confirming to me. Because it's showing that whatever this was that you went through, Spirit put it in your life for a reason. This isn't something where like you just wasted so much time and now it's like, you know, you spent 2 years on someone, it didn't work out, and it's like, that, damn, that's 2 years of my life, you know, I'll never get back. In this case, whatever happened here, whether it was very good, very bad, we all have our good and bad, you know, moments, but it's showing that with whatever you learned or whatever you experienced, it's actually pushing you onto your life path. So that's a very powerful thing. So it's like, it's such a great gift from the universe, but for some of you, it could have been packaged in a very painful way. For others of you, you know, it could have just been packaged in a very eye-opening way. Okay, but just as I'm saying, eye-opening, 7 of Cups in the reverse, so that's when everything on the, you know, everything is on the table. You're seeing everything for what it is. So I feel like you guys have inner conflict and turmoil with the truth and what you're seeing, but you have to actively work through getting over something to knowing that it's just not a good idea. So let's see what this Empress card is about. All right, so we have the 4 of Cups, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit is saying here, guys, that you want to go with the flow, with the direction that you're going in. Because there's going to be something that you guys can manifest, something that you can go towards. But with the 5 of Wands in the reverse, this is not something that brings drama in your life. This is not something that burdens you. This is not something where you're competing with another person, you know, for someone's attention. You're not doing none of that. There's no extra, you know, shit involved into this. But at the same time, there's also going to be some sort of offer on the table that it's not going to be reciprocated. So either you should not make this offer, or you should not accept this offer. But with the new beginning that you're going towards, again, it's going to feel very effortless for you. And with the Magician coming out, you guys are in a place where you really have a lot of power in regards to how this moves forward. So for a lot of you, it's like, if this new thing ends, or whatever you're in, if it ends, it's probably because you chose for it to. Okay, because it looks like, you know, Scorpio's in a position where they can decide what moves are going to be made, you know, what the next power play is. All right, so moving forward into your future, guys, we have the 6 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So you have a great victory in love. You know, there's a lot of success here, but your mind is still stuck on things from the past. But again, this is very good. It could be a lot of money coming in for you, but, you know, this can be affecting a relationship. But there's just a lot of abundance. So why is the 6 of Wands here? All right, we have the Strength card in the reverse, the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So Scorpio, the path that is going to make you successful, or the path that brings you to success in love, is the path where you might be like, fuck, you know, I'm sad that I can't talk to this person anymore. But there's just something that you're cutting off. Most likely it's going to be something that bothered you, but it's also something that depleted you. Maybe you're going to be mad about cutting this off, or someone else is going to be mad, but Spirit is saying to protect yourself. Okay, so why is this 8 of Swords here? All right, we have the Hanged Man. So a lot of you are still mentally stuck on something, but I don't think that you're putting in unnecessary effort. So maybe it's someone that you're in pain over, or you still think about, or just something that you still think about, but I don't think it's something where you're overreacting or doing the most. If anything, it's just something that you're aware of. We have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so there's something you're still thinking about, but you're not bringing any sort of beef. So this is the type of situation where, like, if you're thinking about someone from your past who's with someone else, it's like you're just thinking about them. You're not going to interfere. You're going to let them live their lives. But I don't see you wanting to bring drama in. I just see you saying, look, I, need to be very strong here, and it's over. The betrayal is over. The worst part is over. So I need to actively remind myself that this is just a bad idea, and I need to keep myself busy, and I need to really invest in, like, work and things I can put effort into that takes me away from that energy. All right, so last card here, guys, 10 of Pentacles. Why is this 10 of Pentacles here? We have the Hermit card. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So again, there's something where you guys couldn't think clearly, or maybe someone that you have a harsh conversation with. But Spirit is saying, use this moment to look in the mirror, to do a lot of introspection, where you learn from what happened, and it's like you take a very wise approach moving forward. But there's something that you guys had to withdraw yourselves from, okay? And something comes in, guys, for you where all the worrying and the anxiety, it stops, and there's just a lot of passion in this new thing. So with the Knight of Wands, for some of you, it could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or just someone that you're very attracted to. There's just a lot of passion, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of good times, and it's gonna seem like a blessing, but it's like you still have someone on your mind that can't be trusted. And if it's someone that, if you have someone on your mind and you think they can be trusted, then what Spirit is saying is that you're lying to yourself, and you're not who you truly need to be when you're around this person. So there's a need for honesty there, and for someone to be authentic. All right. So very interesting. So yeah, you guys, you're battling letting something go, but the universe gives you something solid. All right, so I'm going to give you guys general advice first, and then we will go into singles. What is some general advice I could give to Scorpio on love, August 2020? Six of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There is a situation that may try to come back from the past. Honestly, for some of you, the sex may have been very good. Maybe it's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or something where there's just like a lot of passion. But I don't feel like there's genuine investment. And I feel like it's something you shouldn't take. And if you're not over it, you do get over it. But for some of you, this could be something that tries to come in that you're like completely over. But again, I feel like this was a situation where there was more lust than there was genuine foundations of love. So this could have been something that was just like maybe someone you were just sleeping with, or someone that like there hasn't really been a commitment, but it's something that you still think about. Spirit is saying it's a waste of time and effort. I feel like maybe someone doesn't want to put in the work that would need to be put in to make something work. So there's a burden that you're dropping. You need to protect yourself, okay? It's not going to go the way that you'd want it to. All right, so advice for my Scorpio singles. Single Scorpios, what is your advice for August? Eight of Swords in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Lover's card in the reverse. So you guys are in a place where you're seeing clearly that something was just very toxic for you, whether it was a person or just the way that you were living life. So I feel like you guys are in a place where you really need to stand strong to get through. There's something you're upset about. There's something that maybe didn't go your way, but it was for the best. This is going to be a situation. Sorry, guys, my computer's about to die. But this is going to be a situation where it's in the ending stages. It's like a lot of you could feel like, you know, damn, this is the worst thing here that could happen. You can feel like you're carrying the heaviest burden. But with all these 10s coming out, that's showing you that this is about to pass. You know, 10 is the number of completion. This being done, being over with. Okay, so just be patient with yourself. There's something that you realize where you know who you couldn't be with, or you know what kind of love you don't want in your life. We have the Ace of Cups, the Tower card reversed, Judgment card in the reverse. If there's someone who is trying to get with you, or someone who still considers you theirs, even though you guys are technically single, they could view you as cheating for some reason, or maybe you view them that way. But there's something karmic here where someone is going to feel betrayed, or something might end in a harsh way. But Spirit is saying to let that go. There's something that isn't a good judgment. And if you can be patient and stay away from that, this new beginning comes in. Okay, but there's a bullet that needs to be dodged here. All right, so my Scorpios in a relationship. What is your advice here? We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, Hanged Man reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups in the reverse. For some of you, Justice card in the reverse as the energy, someone straight up did something reckless. There's a third party situation that's still currently going on. Let's pull some more cards here. The Empress card in the reverse, Queen of Swords reversed, Judgment card, and the Nine of Pentacles. Whoever has this third party, it's not something that the soul wants for you. So I see someone in a third party letting go of the third party, moving away from the third party. Or it could be that the third party is leaving your partner or leaving you if you're the one holding on to that third party. But I see something reckless that is ending, and someone really protecting themselves from this and like really harshly cutting it off, because you just have to put too much effort into this. It could also be that maybe someone was sad because they didn't feel like a relationship was coming natural to them, but you're getting through it and you're being more, you're becoming more comfortable. But if there is a third party in your relationship, I do see that ending, and either your partner's not genuinely invested in that third party, maybe you're not genuinely invested if it's the third party, or the third party isn't genuinely invested. Okay. All right, so let's look at gray areas. So for those who are unsure of whether or not you should get from someone from your past that you've been with in some way, shape, or form, let's see if that's a good idea. Six of Wands reversed, Ace of Swords, Death card in the verse. Spirit says, nope, no bueno. Cut it out. Ace of Swords, that means a new beginning is coming in, but you're cutting out bullshit. And it's saying that you just have to go with the flow. And your flow for this, what comes natural, is you just dropping this. The High Priestess in reverse, and deep down inside, you guys know that. But again, someone, like, they question themselves. All right, it's not a good idea. Don't do it. Two of Cups in the reverse, Fool card in the reverse. There'd just be way too many road bumps with this. All right, so if this is a gray area, this is someone completely new. You've never been with them, before at all. Should you get into it? Should you do it? We have the Hermit card reversed, the King of Wands reversed, Page of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. So if this is new, just be careful, because there could be a situation where maybe you're not 100% over someone from your past, or the person that's trying to come in isn't over it. But I see someone who's not 100% over the past. and the past comes back in and they still give in to the past. So if you know that it's someone that recently got out of a relationship, or someone that, you know, you could tell they're having a hard time moving away from something, give them more time. Because for some of you, there's someone who may not be genuinely invested. And again, this could be how you're acting towards someone. There's someone I feel is not genuinely invested, and they're going through other things, but their promises of a new beginning can't be trusted. So you have to know that they're just all over the place. Okay, so this is specifically for someone who's just not over their past. There's going to be something that comes in where someone is completely over their past chapters. That's what you can accept. All right, guys. Lastly, let's look into same-sex advice. And then I'm going to let you guys know just info on personal readings and stuff like that, so stay tuned. All right, so same-sex couples. What is your advice? Five of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. Four of Pentacles. I think that some of you are heartbroken about someone that you're not speaking to. Maybe you were being cold towards them, or they were being cold towards you. Spirit is saying being patient on this, and you know, be stable when it comes to this. Be reserved when it comes to this. Think in like a humble and, you know, realistic way, because there could be a new beginning that comes in with this that is very, very fulfilling for you. But someone is hurt about something that I don't think there's currently any communication, or not the type of communication that you want. But Spirit is saying you're not done with this yet, and it's something you have inner conflict with. Someone is going to make a realization where they're like, oh shit, I want this again, and you start building. If you're in a relationship, same sex, I feel like something happens where you guys have to cool off, but then when you fix things, it's like, okay, the love is even stronger. If you're single or in between and it's same sex, then I feel like something where you weren't giving much mind to it, or there's something you know, you're kind of keeping on the back burner, that's going to be something that's addressed. Okay, so a lot of you can have a lot of reconciliations coming in. All right, guys. So, guys, if this reading resonated with you, there is methods in the description below for how to donate. Thank you so much if you guys do. It helps to keep the channel running. If you guys would like a personal reading, it is in the description below. I'm not offering any of the normal ones until I'm 100% caught up, but I do have same-day readings, so you can do a pre-recorded option, or an option where we speak on video chat. Okay, but other than that, follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. I am also on Twitter, Bruja Shit. Scorpio, I love you. Take care.